Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers. Now, the data is in, and new construction builders right now across the nation are smashing the panic button as they desperately try to unload their excess inventory across the nation. And in order for them just to stay in business, they're going to be forced to have to make deep price cuts just to be able to liquidate that inventory. And who's in even worse shape are residential flip investors. Residential flip investors right now have been absolutely destroyed and rug pulled. And I believe that those are going to be two main areas where first-time home buyers or investors or anyone that's on the sideline like me is going to be able to get the deal of their dreams. And what we're going to do today, guys, is I'm going to access my local housing market's multiple listing service. That way I can show you guys active live data, and I'm going to bring you guys around my local housing market, and I'm going to show you guys several different new construction communities and all of the inventory that they have that they cannot sell. Now, as you guys know, I'm located in Houston, Texas, and we have more new construction than any other state. So I am seeing this happen firsthand. I'm going to pull up 3 listings all right next to each other that are sitting vacant, that have drastically dropped their prices. And I believe all of those houses are flip houses. They're sitting vacant and just rotting. And again, you guys, these are areas that if we focus on as people on the sidelines, we are going to get the deals of our lifetimes. But before I really dig in, you guys, do me a favor, for the effort, for the research, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and please, guys, leave me a comment below. Either way, you guys, let's access the local MLS right now. All right, y'all. So as you know, here's my active MLS, and I am going to zoom in now. I'm going to go north of Houston and basically south of New Caney. And those of you who have not been watching my channel, I have been basically sticking to this general area right here because I can only pull certain data. I want to show you guys the same housing market every single week so that essentially you guys can learn how to do this yourselves. You know, that's the goal here. But what I want to do is show you these 3 comps, this comp here, this listing, and this listing. All 3 of these listings, guys, are now selling for $120, under $120 a square foot, which basically is 2021 prices in my local housing market. I'm not saying you should shop based on price per square foot, but it's a good way for me to explain to you guys the most simplest form of tracking your local housing market. So let me start by opening this one right here at $249,000. I just want to point out a couple things here. Now, this is a brand new listing. This has only been on the market for 4 days. And look at this, guys. This is in the low 2021 price ranges at only $114 a square foot. And this is really what I want to show you is this house right here is obviously sitting vacant. And I believe it's a flip house because look at it. They put in new floors. There's new paint. I mean, this is a nice house. It is sitting, and they still can't even sell this house for under $120 a square foot. Isn't that astonishing? But that's just one. I'm going to show you another 2, and then we're going to jump into more new construction. But I could not miss out on showing you guys this. Here's the other one right next to it. This is listed at $269,900. Now, the good thing about this one is there was an additional price cut right here, as you can see, of 11.5%. So this house has been sitting on the market now 63 days. It is now under $120 a square foot, putting us back into 2021 prices. And take a look at the pictures. Look at this. Again, a vacant home, and look at the floors, brand new floors. I also believe that this is a flip house, and the longer that this house sits, the more they're going to have to take price cuts. And they started off with an 11% price cut. But again, if they can't sell that house, guys, it's going to have to get price cut even more. So here's the next one right here, guys, at $299,000. I'm going to pull this up for you right now. Now, obviously, there was a recent price cut, very, very nice, of $31,000. That dropped us to $118 a square foot. Once again, under 120 target. Been on the market a long time. Been on the market 69 days, and this is exactly what we want to see. And take a look at the pictures. Once again, we're dealing with a vacant home. New floors, new paint. I mean, you guys see what I'm talking about here? These flip investors, you guys, are absolutely doomed. They're doomed. They're upside down already in the house. All right. But now I want to show you how much new building is going on in my local housing market. So let's start right here. Okay, so yeah, I just zoomed out a little bit, you guys. So this is going to be all in the same vicinity. I have massive amounts of new construction. Let's start. First of all, here's a new build right here. Here's a new build here, and here's a new build here. So there's three just right here. If I go north a little bit, there's another one right here. So there's 4 new construction communities within maybe 2 miles right here. There's a pocket right here. So let me zoom in. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly how much inventory. Now, again, these are all new builds right here, okay? These are all new builds. There's about 10, between this section here and if we go up here and this section, there are 14 new homes right here that cannot sell, brand new homes. This is really, really shocking, you guys. Not only that, if we go across the street, once again, all of these houses right here are sitting. Look at how many there are. No one's going to buy these houses. No one can afford it, and they're overpriced. So these are going to be houses where we get solid deals. But also, you guys remember me talking about Tavola? Let me show you like master plan communities, right? Like new builds that are super big. And you guys remember me kind of going into Tavola a little bit here, which is right here. But look at all of this inventory. And I have counted roughly 31 houses right here. This is all new building. They cannot sell these houses, guys. And I'm going to show you, the offers and the discounts that they're offering right now and all the crazy incentives. But there are 31 brand new houses just right here. And this is only, this is all within maybe 10 miles from each other, guys. I mean, this is all so close. And here's another cluster over here. Let me show you guys this right here. And we've looked at this a little bit. There's 22 houses right in this pocket. Look at this. There is new construction all over the place in my local housing market. Now, remember, that means that with these price cuts that these new builders are having to do to stay in business, it means that all of the recent owners that purchased, especially everyone that purchased at the peak, has now lost their equity, and they are now upside down in their house with an inability to sell their house and with an inability to refinance into a potentially lower interest rate. So remember that. And as the new construction continues to drop prices and make deep price cuts, it may start interfering with resale homes. Essentially, what this means is any distressed seller right now is completely doomed. But what I want to do is I'm going to log back onto Lennar. Let's take a look at Austin one more time. And then I want you guys to put things in perspective, because after I show you the deep price cuts Lennar is doing, I'm then going to show you the additional incentive that they're doing in the area that they're building. Take a look. All right, here's the Lennar website. You guys go to your own metro area for this. I just put in Austin. I want to come through this quickly. You can see the first house, almost $100,000 price cut. I've already went over that one. Here's another massive price cut right here, guys. Now, let's take this one for example right here. This is a $435,000 house. It was originally listed at $511,000. It was price cut roughly 15%. Okay. So here's what I want to put things in perspective. All right. So once again, let's take this house right here, 15% price cut. And now look at the additional buying incentive that Lennar is doing on top of this. So again, I'm telling you guys, understand what happened to the recent buyer. So the recent buyers that purchased that same model house is not only down 15%, they're also down the amount of the incentive. Take a look. All right, so again, on top of all of the buying incentives that I just listed to you guys, they're also offering right here in Austin, this is exclusive to Austin, an additional $50,000 to be used, more than likely to be used as closing costs, design studio, or preferably off the price of the house. So not only do we have that massive, massive price cut, throw in an additional $50,000 price cut on top of that, and now they're down 25%. Okay, so think about that. But not only in Austin, take a look at this. Guys, this is in Boise. This is the incentive that they're offering right now in Boise. $60,000 off. Our Treasure Valley, this is in Treasure Valley, Boise, right? $60,000 off on their normal price cuts. This is astonishing. Lennar hit the panic button and needs to get rid of their inventory. Look at this last one right here. Now, obviously I had to go to my home area, my home metro area. I want you guys to do the same thing, please. But this one right here is showing basically they're going to get $10,000 towards closing costs, an additional $3,000 gift card, and a buy down to 5.25%. So once again, what does all this mean? It means that the new home builders are absolutely doomed right now and need buyers to step in and purchase their property, or they're going to go out of business and file bankruptcy. Take a look at this article right now. And y'all, this is super revealing. Let me just read the first paragraph here. One of the most active home builders in the Lone Star State is getting cold feet about the housing market. Most home builders I've spoken to have said they want to close out their inventory by year end. And that's from Chesmere Homes. The best time to buy a home will be in the next 3 months. So if you're like me on the sidelines right now, this is especially good news. So remember, the biggest people at risk is new construction home builders, are flip investors, and anyone that purchased a home in the last year to year and a half. And number 4, the distressed seller. The distressed seller right now in this housing market, guys, is going to lose their But remember this, all of this information is completely useless to you unless you do something right now to prepare to be a winner. Because as more and more buyers get outpriced in this market because of unaffordability, they're forced to the sidelines. That means the buyers that can still afford to buy a house, like you and I, are going to be winners and are going to be absolute jewels in the housing market to come. But again, you guys remember, stay ahead of the unaffordability, stay ahead of the inflation, and you will become a winner. Now, I hope you guys got some insights, some value and perspective from today's video. And if you're out there investing in real estate, you know I wish you luck, and I hope you win.